Hello, this is Marto, back for another video. Last time I had my headphones back on backwards, but now, Alexa, start 30 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
So, we're back with the Euro Republic. Just finishing off our focus trios. With doing these two focuses, then these 6, so 8 left to go. Who knows if we get it done within that time. Is that allowed? Dip below. I can send volunteers. Get some of my most trained units. Probably the infantry ones. You. For you. So one that was sent to the Bratiski Soyuz, or using my powerful Google Translate, which may or may not be correct. The R. Yeah, the led by Alexander Menvy. Right. Right. That's E. Soyuz. So the Divine Mandate of Siberia is led by Alexander Men of the Fraternal Union. There's also the Siberian Workers' Federation led by the Vitaly Konstant and the Kostin. Put the S the wrong way around. Which has no translation. So the Siberian Workers' Federation led by Vitaly Konstant of the Constancy. So there's us, the Europol, led by the Zolots Prosperity Party. There's the Omsk Reconstruction Authority. The Protector of Timon, the Khanty-Mansky United Front, and the Republic of Nenetsia. So in Nenetsia, it's led by the Partia Nenetskogo Voz Hedinian. The Nenets Revival Party of Ivan Istomin. The Council United Front, led by the Liga Preobrasovia Ross. The League of Russian Transformation. The Protector of Timon is led by its leader is also Anton Antonov Osirienko. The Protector of Timon is led by the Uralski Komitet Gosuda Stvenugo Spazenia. The Euro Committee of State Salvation. So this the led by Boris Shisherabina. Finally, the Omsk Reconstruction Authority, led by the Omskoye Pravitelstvo Stan of Lenia. The Omsk Government of Reconstruction. Omsk Reconstruction Authority in a Russian, basically. So yeah. That fact now known, we now move time on. If it doesn't bother to lag. With our stuff going onwards to help fracture Russia, because that's the Ukraine bandits decide to accept. Ukraine bandits accept raw trucks, engines. I need to check my door. But I did. Trucks roar, engines silence, and the birds' song and parade of guns was spotted on the horizon. Jabba emerged from his bunker wearing a greased tank top and shorts. Merchants had caught his entire camp off guard before the bandits could scramble to get their nest in the bushes. Lot's finest entered the clearing. 24 men emerged armed with modern assault rifles, boarding gas masks never before seen in Siberia. "We have come to see Comrade Jabba," yelled one of the soldiers as he flung a gun over his soldier. "I'm Jabba," the bandit shoved some footpads aside as he made his way through the mud. The meeting wasn't supposed to happen until next week, but Jabba found himself worried for the first time in many months. This bait was supposed to be a secret. How did the merchants know about it? If they wanted to, they could have kicked. Zalot's extends his apologies, mocked the head merchant, "but we have a deal, and my associates would like it to progress immediately." Troops emerged from back of the front, of the front truck, carrying crates decorated in the symbols of death. Mr. Isolani, here we have 200 units of Kalashnikovs, 150 grenades, and the last 5 trucks are yours. Jabba looked at the end of the caravan, a hungry fire burned in his eyes. Raised his hand, and a pack of mules emerged from the foliage loaded with sacks of grain. The head merchant raised his eyebrow and stared at the animals. They drew a heavy breath and looked back at Jabba. The man from the Zealots eyed Jabba and his compatriots, and they handed off the grain. Now, in order to secure the trust in the deal between the Republic and the Ugrans, we must understand a level of complete trust. We should like the rest, please, the merchant said. Complete trust. You would like the rest, please, the merchant said. Jabba turned and looked at the beaming sun ray bouncing off the hidden car mirror. As he motioned in forward, the truck roared and threaded through the snowy trail. After just a few minutes, the Lot's caravan was off, riding off into the shadows of the distant mountains. They have chosen wisely. So now I can invest in Ugra. I didn't even know that was a thing we could do. Most because they denied their guns in the first place. Why are I actually sending in? So the communists haven't escaped the dog. There we go. Yes, Ukraine exists. Divine Mandate gets its trooper. Under Vasily Boryashonov. The bombing of Anata Salonika. Troops are there. Also, Nasamat. I will do a small playthrough as Azad Hind government when it gets a focus tree. If it's a focus tree. But before then, I will play TWR India. Maybe after Patriotic Front. By the way, they updated TWR so we can play again on that. This guy wins the Ostland. So the original plan is back again. Sorry if you weren't a fan of that. I may play Russia in TFRS. I also want to play Make America Again as Mawasia. But anyway. The bullish charge. Our finest shining republic is the only government in its kind in Western Siberia. We are surrounded by authoritarian governments, fiefdoms, and squabbling military men. But before China and after this, I will finish off the Onega run. For anyone wanting to know, Onega will go through West Siberia. Anyway, and squabbling military men. A way for us to increase our immigration and turn our workforce is to distribute leaflets and other forms of pro-government media to our citizens and surrounding populace so they can see how and why we are more wealthy, stable and prosperous options in this cold and harsh world. Report to censored from censored daytime all censored interaction definitely interaction details. Sir, I am pleased to announce that our border dispute with the censored clique has ceased this morning. Scouts report all hostile units have evacuated censored. Our soldiers have done some expect the same, except for sharpshooters teams at Point Censored Hill. By messenger tells me that your illness has passed, so I believe it is time for me to relocate the full story. As you know, Censored Clique had intruded upon the pasture last month, resulting in 15 skirmishes between our forces and the loss of 62 brave men. Despite early promise, the enemy onslaught slowed down to near Point Censored Hill just a week ago, where casualty spiked. The resolution originated from one censored who arrived board outpost in a model censored and claimed to be the representative of Zealots. He offered to mediate our dispute in exchange for censored bags of wheat with comrade censored, so Jabba. So the guy they're talking about is Jabba as a merchant and a lot of wheat. Permission. I by the same name. And he set up a meeting between our parties 3 days ago, where we had agreed to see the report of milk yield by cows grazing on contested pasture. In my firm belief, further cooperation with slots is preferable to continue border conflicts with our neighbour. From concerned reports of similar dealings with Comrade Censored, so a different guy, banned, who has attested to Slot's capacity as a mediator. I suggest we set up communication with the merchants immediately. Guns are not only things Slots offer. So healthcare disintegrates, so as agriculture and everything else. Go to Volyotsk. You go to Bogchany, above Bogchany. The Siberian Workers' Federation has succeeded. I don't think they actually have a focus tree if they win it, which is funny because they have a focus tree while they're fighting them, but they don't have a focus tree once they won it, which I find is kind of funny. Usually they collapse. Takes a while, but it does happen. Andrew Fontaine as Prime Minister. Germany invaded Ukraine. Bilyutsk has been taken. We need to get to Eldon. Give some of these to Omsk. Get an alliance with Yugra. Furthermore, the Yugra deal. Furthermore, according to the stipulation of the Socialist-Yugra Pact, both parties must be prepared to involve themselves in each other's conflicts. Failure to accept a call for resistance will resume an immediate distribution of pact, severing all communication between the two parties. The other Ausoliani agrees to the presence of the pact meeting in censored, signed, and see Article 4, Section 1 for details regarding the exchange of military equipment between both parties. Abstract the state of Yugra and the Republic of Zolots agree to mutual cooperation in areas of small arms manufacturing in exchange for military and economic advisors in the interest of the pact. The other Iceland agrees to contribution of the censored deal pertaining to the free movement and garrisoning of Republican units in the Yuran territory sign. The Yugra Republic agrees for monthly allowance of censored units and censored units and of censored of the state of Yugra. Zolots agrees to protect the borders of the Yugra against all hostile intelligence in page 42 where in balance of the pact. Zolots agrees to provide a safe haven for all members of the Yugoslav government and general staff in the event of the latter's capitulation during war. Signed, Yevgeny Dragunov. So technically this is supposed to happen before the Penchera War, but due to the fact that however, I don't think the mod is planned for you to do the Witch Tree first, so it could have been more linear. Technically, Yugra and the Zolots team up, so yeah. Chiku in Thailand. Get this. Focus done. Zolot's finest. Comrades! It's here. We are the guardians of peace. Your strength, your will, your skill. These are the only things standing between our homes and terrible beyond. Salkov scribed down the lecture, making the uneven lines as he struggled to keep the pain at bay. Starks is forever indebted to your efforts, for the warriors of justice deserve the utmost respect. You will enter battles. Yes, you will lose some friends, but in the alternative, in destruction of everything we can hold dear. We men are the society of free people. Many of you already experienced the chaos outside of the Euros where evil men slaughter each other for loot and glory. For loot and glory, finished Shalkov, putting down the pencil as he tried to divine the meaning behind the words. For you fight for peace, Shalkov, remember that. Here. We are all the last bastion of democracy and freedom. It is an honor to sacrifice one's life and limb for the privilege. The captain raised his hand and sealing the vein on his red face bulged. Some cadets at the back of the room chuckled. Who laughed? Barked Captain. What? Was that you? Do you have no respect? Respect. The man fell silent as his eyes observed the incoherent scribbles upon the man notebook in Salkov's lap, whilst he grabbed his arm. Show me what your right band. Salkov felt his heart sink. He pointed stump at the captain, who stood as if petrified, screaming counter report. Men, take note. This soldier here, he pointed Salkov. He is trying to write with his left hand. Soldiers do not have. Did you lose your hand in combat? Salkov nodded. Captain strolled back to the blackboard. Continued. This man is determined. He does not need to fight. He could be discharged for disability, but he has honor. He has strength. He cares. He takes a class right before battle with a single hand. The boy puts the rest of you to dogs to shame. Take note. Take note. Be like him. The rest of the world is cruel. Many of you will die, but it is a good cause, which is why you will fight on, even if in the face of death. Salkov retrieved the pencil and continued writing, but felt a dozen eyes glancing at him. I sacrifice my hand for peace. I am a soldier of the lost. I fight for justice. I think the guy was trying to hide that he wasn't fighting at all, or was faking his honors, something like that. So, guns like no other. We have the most advanced firearm, artillery guns, and rockets, and tanks in all of Russia. We churn out dozens and dozens of munitions daily, but the Republic cannot afford to be complacent. Our Mayor Council, Yevgeny Gaganoff, and his partner Mikhail Kalashnikov are also head of State Design Bureau. They both are responsible for creating the weapons that the Republic churns out daily. They have decided that it is now time to reactivate the Bureau and invest heavily in our research and development division so we can create new and improved weapons and methods of production. Alright. We'll hire a mercenary brigade. Do that. Go to Aldan. Kenny is assassinated. We've got Plot. President Sidon dissembles Parliament. Gorky wants some guns, even though they have a literal factory of their own. Tag Irk to delete their troops. Tag back to us, Zolt. Jamie has won against Crimea, not Crimea, no, Ukraine. Now go to Zaya. Oh, Chulman first. Alexa, stop. Alright, so this has been this video. The Siberian Workers' Federation is already collapsing into multiple states. First, the Reformed Siberian Socialist Republic, led by the Socialist Reform Party, left That's what it says, at least. The Siberian Workers and Peasants Union. In my Google Translate. Right. Then my Google Translate following just in case. So soy use the pod Nick Obsession the Union of Free whatever an obshikin is. I think it's supposed to be a capital K and K. Basically means communities. So Union of Free Communities. This is the Partia Sort of Noi Reform the Social Reform Party of the Socialist Reformist Party or Socialist Reform Party, but it's still left. There will be another fractured bit. I think it's around Kansk, led by an ex-general of the Free Territories, Siberian Black Army. So yeah, get hyped for that. So next time, hopefully, Irkutsk is conquered by Siberia, and Siberia collapses. We get to see more collapsations in Siberian Workers' Federation. And with that, I call this video due. So hope to see you next time. Hope to see you again, and goodbye. Bye.